Freedom in the World 2021 finds that the annual gap between losses and gains widened in 2020, and fewer than a fifth of the world's people now live in fully free countries. Authoritarian actors grew bolder during 2020 as major democracies turned inward, contributing to the 50th consecutive year of decline in global freedom. According to Freedom in the World 2021, the annual country by country assessment of political rights and civil liberties, released today by Freedom House. The report found that the share of countries designed not free has reached its highest level since the deteriorations of democracy began in 2006, and that countries with declines in political rights and civil liberties outnumbered those with gains by the largest margin recorded during the 15-year period. The report downgraded the freedom scores of 73 countries, representing 75% of the global population. Those affected include not just authoritarian states like China, Belarus, and Venezuela, but also troubled democracies like the United States and India. In one of the year's most significant developments, India's status changed from free to partly free, meaning less than 20% of the world's people now live in a free country, the smallest proportion since 1995. Indians' political rights and civil liberties have been eroding since Narendra Modi became Prime Minister in 2014. His Hindu nationalist government has presided over increased pressure on human rights organizations, rising intimidation of academics and journalists, and a spate of bigoted attacks, including linkings aimed at Muslims. The decline deepened following Modi's re-election in 2019 and the government's response to the coronavirus pandemic in 2020 featured further abuses of fundamental rights. The changes in India formed part of a broader shift in the international balance between democracy and authoritarianism, with authoritarians generally enjoying impunity for their abuses and seizing new opportunities to consolidate power or crush dissent. In many cases, promising democratic movements faced major setbacks as a result. In Belarus and Hong Kong, for example, massive pro-democracy protests met with brutal crackdowns by governments that largely disregarded international criticism. The Azerbaijan regime military offensive in Nagorno-Karabakh indirectly threatened recent democratic gains in Armenia, while the armed conflict in Ethiopia's Tigray region dashed hopes for the tentative political opening in that country since 2018. All four of these cases notably featured some degree of intervention by an autocratic neighbor. Moscow provided a backstop for the regime in Belarus. Beijing propelled the repression in Hong Kong. Turkey's government aided its Azerbaijan counterpart, and Ethiopia's leader called in support from Eritrea.
Thanks for watching. Take care yourself.